First of all, it's going to be difficult for me to put 3 decades into 15 minutes, right? Why? To explain to you why there are people on top of that block. Who has climbed a mountain here before? Well, it's a privilege as a Gamke Chopra to take you on a hike to this. By the way, Gamke Chopra means village boy. Born and raised in the village of Kharkiv, a place where people often ignore on maps. There resides a mountain, see at the back. It never ignored me. There I am on the left, looking innocent as I was. As you see, I was always close to nature, but I didn't realize it until later on. I grew up in a village where the scent of sugarcane was carried by the wind like whispers of one's destiny. It was beautiful. Yes, but when I went to school in the city, beauty wasn't what they saw. They saw my shoes, old and dusty. They saw my lunch wrapped in a napkin, and they laughed. It was the first time I felt shame and loneliness. It grew worse over the years. It transformed into bullying. I didn't know I had to fit in back then. Believe it or not, I started hating my village for some reason. I can't blame my parents because they did the best with what they could. Okay? But listen, at that time, I didn't have the capacity to comprehend that whatever was happening was for the best. I loved Spider-Man as a kid. Anyway, I think maybe the coping mechanism for being bullied was, and not feeling seen nor heard, was to be an overachiever. Maybe I had something to prove to the world that I was worthy. So that's what I did. I went to university. I did it just to make the parents happy. I wanted to be a firefighter like my dad. But once he told me like I needed to cut my hair, I was shocked and I refused. But let me tell you, I was this close to being disowned by the family because of that. So I got jobs here and there. I learned a lot from those jobs. But my personal tree was only growing at the top. But my roots were still very fragile because my why was not strong enough. My attention was focused on doing what would make others happy instead of myself. One day, a dear friend of mine got me into adventure. And I started making videos about it, posting it online. Until someone sent me a message saying I was doing a really great job. I said, and he also said he could never do that. And I said, why not? When there's a will, there's a way. If I can, so can you. Then he said, I won't be able to because I cannot walk. And he has been on a wheelchair most of his life. That struck the deepest part of him. And I remember the quote in Spider-Man which goes, with great powers comes a great responsibility. I said, no worries. I will make you live the adventure through the videos. The beauty of Mauritius is like the train network. 1 minute it is sunny. The next day, there are gray clouds. Just like that, there was a turning point in my family that could have left us homeless. For the first time, I didn't know what to do. I was angry, sad, desperate. Every negative emotion you could think of, I had it. The only one who could really comfort me was my mountain. Without fearing any judgment, I went on the roof of my house and started spilling everything. Called me mad, but I could hear his reply in my head. After mustering the courage to face the situation, I started analyzing instead of reacting to it. I felt what needed to be felt and transmuted it into something which could turn the tables. So, emotion is a powerful thing, people, because emotion is energy in motion. I started learning from everyone I met. Mentors, friends, even strangers. One taught me how to use ropes. One taught me how to make friends. One taught me how to read books. And the others helped me in my creative designer career and so on. That showed me that we need each other as a community. And then came the turning point. After all the knowledge I acquired, I started to act upon it. And long story short, I became well known on social media. A video of me went viral. People wanted to burn mountains, and my team, Pioneers Mauritius, started to guide people safely until the team didn't have the time anymore. So I decided to keep it going by doing it solo. I did my official training courses, and I was forced to level up in a way because confidence comes from competence, not by being praised. I had one thing in mind. I wanted to blur the line between work and play. I tried to keep the balance between the mountaintop and the desktop. Believe me, it's the best. One day, you're struggling to make a logo fit into a canvas. Another day, you have 5 people's lives in your hands, trying to make them live their dreams. Now, people, when was the last time you sat and talked to the inner you? I know many of you don't have the time to do it, but trust me, it's necessary. In order for you to go to the next level, because the summit you're looking for isn't out there, it's within. Now, let me show you how to do the inner work. There is a Japanese concept called Ikigai. Maybe some of you will know about it. What is it? It's just 4 cycles that will change your lives. You write things which you are good at. You write things which the world needs. You write things which can be painful. And you write things what the world needs. Because in this world, people, you need money to live. At the center of it, you have your purpose. I know if you're thinking, did I do the work? Let me tell you, yes, I did. It took me years. There you go. It took me years to figure myself out. But when I did, there was no going back. Take a quick look because I feel so exposed right now. This can change throughout your life, by the way. Okay? Because the core ones will still be here. So I ask you, what mountain are you climbing? Are you climbing someone else's mountains? Or yours? What weight are you carrying that you could set down? And what small step you can take today? This will help you to find your direction. Because one of my mentors, Jim Rowe, say, it's not the speed that counts, it's the direction in which you're good. Now, in order for you to stay in the path, you need to create. Don't just consume. Okay? When I say consuming, it's not by the mouth, it's everything. With your ears, eyes, it's for consuming. create. Your frequency is in what? Your frequency is what you frequently see. Okay? If I see drama every day, I'll be dramatic. If I see peace every day, I'll be at peace. Just reflect on the things you're allowing into your life. On top of it above the clouds, something shifts. You realize how small you are and how connected you are to everything. You stop seeing yourself as just a job title or a role. You remember you're a human being full of curiosity, fear, strength, and love. Others may not climb Peterborough, but they've all faced mountains in life. So, kindness. If my story helps you take even one little step on those, then I've done my job. See you at the top. Keep on trying to win for that.